Two houses can have the same size, the same number of bedrooms, and the same fresh paint, yet one can be worth much more than the other. The difference is often location. In real estate, you are not only buying walls and a roof. You are buying access, convenience, future demand, neighborhood quality, and the land underneath the property. That is why location can overpower almost every other feature. Location matters because a building can be changed, but land cannot be moved. You can renovate a kitchen, repaint a bedroom, add better lighting, or replace flooring. You cannot pick up the house and move it closer to a train station, a better school, or a growing business district. The fixed nature of land is the foundation of location value. This is why buyers should separate what can be repaired from what cannot be relocated. A dated bathroom can be improved over time, but a difficult commute, weak street access, or poor surrounding demand may remain part of the property for as long as they own it. The first mechanic is access. People usually pay more to live near what they need: jobs, schools, transport, hospitals, grocery stores, parks, and family networks. A property that saves 30 minutes of daily travel gives back hours every week. That convenience becomes economic value. Buyers may say they are choosing a home, but they are also buying time. A simple example is commute pressure. Imagine two apartments with the same rent. One is 10 minutes from work and the other is 70 minutes away. The cheaper-looking option may cost more in fuel, transport fares, stress, and lost time. Over a year, the extra commute can become a hidden price. Location turns convenience into money, even when it does not appear on the listing. The second mechanic is scarcity. Prime locations are limited. There is only so much land near city centers, waterfronts, established schools, beaches, financial districts, or major transport lines. When many people want a limited area, prices rise. A builder can create more apartments in some places, but cannot create unlimited central land. Scarcity is why desirable locations can hold value for decades. The third mechanic is neighborhood quality. Buyers look beyond the front door. They notice noise, safety, cleanliness, walkability, traffic, lighting, parking, nearby shops, and how the street feels at different times of day. A beautiful apartment above a noisy late-night venue may be harder to sell. A modest home on a peaceful, well-kept street may attract stronger demand. Schools are a major location driver in many markets. Families may pay more for homes in areas linked to strong schools or easy school access. Even buyers without children may care because future buyers might care. This does not mean every school district works the same in every country. The principle is that local services and institutions can directly affect housing demand. Transport can change location value quickly. A new metro station, highway connection, bridge, or bus route can make an area easier to reach. When access improves, demand may rise before the project is even complete. But buyers must be careful. A promised transport project can be delayed, changed, or priced in too early. A real benefit matters more than marketing hype. Employment hubs also shape demand. Homes near strong job centers often attract renters and buyers because people want shorter commutes and better opportunity access. If a new business district grows nearby, rental demand may strengthen. If a major employer leaves, the area may feel weaker. Real estate follows where people earn, study, shop, and spend their daily lives. Location also affects rental income. An investor can buy a beautiful unit, but if tenants do not want that area, vacancy becomes expensive. A smaller apartment near universities, hospitals, offices, or transit may rent faster than a larger unit in a low-demand place. For investors, the question is not just what the property looks like. It is who will consistently need to live there. Resale value depends heavily on future buyer demand. A renovation may impress today's buyer, but location determines how many future buyers will even consider the property. If an area has poor access, weak services, or declining demand, the pool of buyers may be narrow. A good location creates a larger exit market. That matters even if you plan to live there for years. There are also location risks. A property can lose appeal if traffic worsens, crime increases, nearby construction creates long-term noise, zoning changes allow unwanted uses, or environmental problems become visible. A sea view may be valuable until future towers block it. A quiet street may change if a major road is expanded. Location is powerful, but it is not frozen forever. This is why serious buyers study the area, not only the listing. They visit at different times of day. They check traffic, noise, parking, nearby developments, flood or climate risks where relevant, service access, and comparable sales. A property tour shows the home. A neighborhood check shows the life that comes with the home. A common mistake is falling in love with interiors. Developers and sellers know that lighting, staging, furniture, and fresh finishes create emotion. But interiors age, fashion changes. Cheap materials can look premium for a short time. Location keeps working after the furniture is gone. A smart buyer admires the kitchen but investigates the map. Another mistake is assuming a cheap area must be a bargain. Sometimes a location is cheap because the market has not discovered it. Other times it is cheap because demand is weak for good reasons. The difference matters. A developing area needs credible reasons to improve: infrastructure, jobs, schools, safety, connectivity, or population growth. Hope alone is not a location strategy. For renters, location affects daily quality of life more than ownership value. Renters should ask whether the area supports their routine. Can they reach work easily? Is grocery shopping simple? Is the building safe and practical? Are there hidden transport costs? A slightly higher rent in the right place may be cheaper than a lower rent that adds daily friction. For homeowners, location affects both lifestyle and long-term flexibility. You may tolerate a less perfect home if the area gives you schools, work access, community, and resale demand. But a perfect home in the wrong place can become frustrating. You live inside the property, but you live through the location every single day. For investors, location should be tested with numbers. What rent can the area realistically support? How long do similar units stay vacant? What are service charges, taxes, maintenance, and financing costs? Are nearby properties actually selling, or just listed high? A good story about location must survive a spreadsheet. The best locations usually combine current usefulness with future resilience. They are not only fashionable, they solve real problems for real people: access to work, school, transport, services, safety, and community. Trends can fade, but practical demand is harder to fake. When a location makes life easier, the property begins with an advantage. So location matters because real estate is not just a product. It is a position in a living network. The house is the visible part. The invisible value is access, scarcity, demand, neighborhood quality, risk, and future usefulness. Once you understand that, you stop asking only, "Do I like this property?" You also ask, "Will people keep needing this place?"